Scott. Ask Scott.
Hi Scott, it's Elliot from the UK. Just hoping to get another question to be answered on the Ask Scott session. Just wondering, I was setting up a pay-per-click campaign and I went to set up a manual campaign. And I know you've discussed at length sort of PPC strategies, but one thing that I haven't heard mentioned that perhaps you might be able to expand on or give some advice on is the actual match type when you go in and set up a manual campaign. There's 3 match types that you can select. One is a broad match, one is phrase match, and one is exact match. And I just wondered whether you had experimented with any of these different match types and the bearing that had on impressions, clicks, sales. I think from my own research, what I've gathered is that a broad match type will generally get you the most impressions, but might also get you some unwanted or irrelevant impressions or maybe clicks showing up on your adverts, whereas exact match would probably be a little bit more restrictive. So I just wondered whether you had any experience or any comments on this, Scott, on the different match types and how that's influenced pay-per-click campaigns. Or maybe you might be able to get a future guest on the show who's perhaps a bit more knowledgeable on this particular subject, but I think it could be an area that is interesting and perhaps could be expanded on in the TAS show on the different match types. So hopefully you can provide some insight on this. Thanks, Scott. Look forward to hearing from you. Cheers. Bye.
Hey, Elliot, thanks again for the question. And normally I try not to answer duplicate questions as quickly. I try to get everyone else's question in, but you had a really good question. And I actually just did a podcast episode on this. So if you are listening to this for the first time and you haven't heard that episode, just aired actually. And that one is going to be episode number 119. So that would be theamazingseller.com/119. So definitely check that out. But I will give you the Cliff Notes version here. Things have changed inside of the good old Amazon pay-per-click, and they've rolled out some new features. They've rolled out some really cool new features. And that is, they have the broad match, which they've always had. They have the exact match, they have phrase match, and they have negative keywords. So again, I talk really in detail about this in that episode 119 with Chris Schaefer. We break it all down. But to give you the quick answer to that is the broad is exactly that. It will mix and match different keywords that are related, that have different tails to them or different suffixes to them, all of that stuff. The phrase would be something like garlic press, or it could be press garlic, or it could be, bad tasting garlic press, or ugly garlic press, or it could be all of those things. That's kind of what the phrase is. The phrase means it's going to be in there for garlic press. Okay. Now exact is going to be exactly just that one phrase, or that, not even that phrase, that one keyword. It's going to be garlic press. If it's anything other than that, it's not going to come up. Okay. So if you want something to come up as far as like stainless steel garlic press and only that to be coming up when that is searched for, then you would want to use an exact match. Now, again, that episode 119, I would steer you back to that one because that one is going to give you all the nitty gritty. But really what you're doing here is you want to start with a broad campaign. You want to start getting some keywords that are coming back that are being searched for. And then you want to start then bringing them into a phrase match campaign. And then from there, you want to let that run a little bit. And then you're going to focus it down into an exact match. So you're going to be basically whittling things down, chiseling down the stuff that doesn't really get clicks, the stuff that doesn't get converted, but it does show you that there's impressions being done for that, meaning there's being search results for those particular keywords. And then you can start really honing in on the ones that work and the ones that don't work. The negative keyword now, that would be something like if you didn't want someone to find your product that was typing in blue garlic press, the negative keyword there would be blue. So anything that has blue in it would not show up. So that's the way that you can really fine tune it with using negative keywords. That's in there as well. So I'm really excited about this. I think it's going to be a game changer. It's really close to being like the AdWords program in Google AdWords, where you're able to use their pay per click platform. It's very similar to that. So really, really excited for that. So again, I would urge anyone that is interested in that new update and the pay per click kind of strategy, check out episode 119. Again, that's theamazingseller.com/119. If you guys want to submit a question, head over to theamazingseller.com/ask, and you can do that. I want to also, again, remind you guys, if you're brand new and this is your first time to the show, I want to welcome you. I love hanging out with you guys. This is just awesome to be able to virtually connect like this. And that's why I love the Ask Scott sessions. But if you are brand new and you're just getting your feet wet and you don't understand the entire process, the entire business model, I would recommend attending one of my live free workshops. This is where I break it down for you in 5 phases: how to pick a market and a product, how to source it, how to do a pre-launch, how to do a launch, how to promote the product, and everything in between. We go over that on a workshop, and we go through every single thing. We also do live Q&A. So if you want to attend one of them, I would love to invite you to the next one, and you can register for the next one by heading over to theamazingseller.com/workshop, and you can register there for an upcoming workshop. Well, hey there. Thank you so much for listening to that episode of Ask Scott. Now, that was just a highlight from one of our full episodes where I generally answer 3 to 4 questions on a podcast. If you want to go back and listen to all of the past archives of not just the Ask Scott session, but all of the full episodes where I do interviews with top Amazon sellers, people starting from scratch and building a business, if you want to listen to any of those episodes, head over to theamazingseller.com, and you can find all of that over there. You can also find details there on how you can ask your own question and get it aired on an upcoming Ask Scott session, and possibly see it here on YouTube or just on the podcast. All right, so definitely head over to theamazingseller.com. There's tons of resources over there for you to be able to build your e-commerce and Amazon business. So definitely go check that out. Now, I just wanted to remind you one thing before I let you go. There's a lot of information out there, and some of it is really, really good. What I want you to remember is you have to not just consume the information, you have to actually apply that information. So take this information that you learned here today and apply it to your business. And this way here, you can get results. As my shirt says, I wear it almost daily. Take action. We'll see you guys.